Welcome back, folks. I'm your host and DM, Lord Lucan, and we are playing One Shots, Tales of Equestria. What episode is this, 13? I think this is episode 13. Tasty, says the DM. So the last recording didn't record the last 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the players tell us who they are and who are they playing tonight. And then we'll go into a little bit of what we missed in the last episode. So starting with Flamian, go ahead and start us off. Who are you playing as and who are you?
Good welcome, dear viewers. Flamian here, returning for the role of Dusthoof, carpentry pony from Appaloosa, who's in search of better education.
Hi, this is Derek Kitty. I'm playing Hoofenmouth, a hippogriff from out Eris, Equestria, just trying to learn what friendship is.
Athena?
Well, I mean, as if you don't know by now. So I am playing Summer Breeze, the Kieran, who is currently just working out what's been going on in the village and hoping to make some good connections during this unexpected but potentially fortuitous trip out to Mount Eris with all of the hippogriffs.
And Goat, who are you playing as?
Hello, I'm Goat. I am playing as Gin, the griffin, who is mostly getting out of recovery and trying to make their way back in life.
Excellent.
They have no idea what they've gotten themselves into.
That's an
I
understatement.
will say that.
That's an understatement. So, what happened previously? So tell us what happened in the last 15 minutes that we got cut off. Our last adventures. What happened?
Who will start?
I wasn't there, so I cannot say.
I don't remember anything because of the anesthesia, so...
Mind if I...
Athena, do you remember anything?
Yeah, I do. At the end of the last session that we were doing
Do you want to explain it?
Yes, that's what I'm working on
That's
doing.
what he was doing.
Anyway, at the end of that last session, we were having an interesting time dealing with the four angered Kieran, or Nirik in that case, who were sitting there flaming, waiting for whatever creature was going to come out of the sea. And they were very annoyed by some of the actions taken, and decided that they were going to attack the party, so we got into a fight. And eventually managed to wrest the stones that were embedded in each of the Kieran from their throats, thus relieving them of their tormented status and returning them to their normal Kieran state. And that battle went on for some time. Mostly it was focused on yanking those things out. And then we were heading back up to Mount Eris, basically to rest, to regroup, to find some help with the weakened and injured Kieran, who turned out to have been mostly from my village or the next village over. And that was about where the session actually ended.
Does anybody have anything else to add?
I should probably mention that it was due to my actions with Dusthoof igniting the beach ball of light to see if this was indeed the work of despair, because those binding stones were something of a rather dead giveaway. I wasn't looking to start a fight, but I am glad that we were able to revert those Nyrics back to their natural state of being peaceful Kirins, so that they were no longer affected by the burning sensation of rage.
Anything else?
Oh, and Dusthoof used tons of friendship tokens to employ his magical resistance to yank out and cancel, nullify, and render those binding stones inert in order to remove them safely. And when removed, those Kirins were knocked unconscious, but whether they caused any permanent physical harm remains unknown. And it also seems that we encountered my previous character, Fairweather, now known by another name, Storm, who seems to be on a hunt for some rather gigantic sea monster. We also possess with us the Sword of Despair, or Blade of Despair. I do not recall which word we used about it, but I believe this sword is connected to that marine creature, or at least the act of destroying this artifact is.
That sounds like a good recap. Does anybody have anything else to say or add?
I think there was also the Storm's words that he did not wish harm upon those Kirins that he had turned into Nyrics and had following him, and instead was claiming that he was protecting Mount Eris from the sea creature. But we have not been able to confirm whether this information is true or false.
All right. So I think we get the scene, right? Of Twilight Sparkle in her castle, and we have Jen showing up, right? And they show up to the Twilight Sparkle, and she says, Yin, I'm glad that you are here.
Apologies for being late, I suppose.
Oh, do not worry. Your friends are in grave danger. You must go to them now.
Say no more.
She opens a portal, and she says there are two ways in which you can enter into Equestria. You may enter into the sea, the beach, or... what's the town called? Mount Eris.
Mount Eris.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
It's like, what is the town called? Which would you like to enter?
I guess Mount Eris. I remember hearing Hoof and Mouth talking about it a lot, so
Excellent.
that's my assumption.
A portal opens before you in Mount Eris, and a friendly figure steps forward. You are with your party, Yin.
Yay.
Party.
Who wants to play with the cleric?
Currently, the Kirin are exhausted from their ordeals, still recovering from many events. They currently all have 1 HP, but they are awake and aware. They just appear very exhausted, as if being in a fight. Some still have ice in their hair. What do you guys do as you finally reach Mount Eris, the peak of the town? The hippogriffs appear bewildered as suddenly a griffin shows up, and the Kirin are not currently on fire. Something that they have been used to. these few past days or weeks.
Yeah, I think Gin shows up saying, "Where's the danger? What's happening? What's going on?"
Long story short, Kirins were turned into Nerics against their will, and we could really use a medic, doctor, nurse, or anyone with medical knowledge. Then Dusthoof waves at the perplexed hippogriffs and shouts, "Is there anyone here who has medical training? Any nurses, doctors, apothecaries, or anyone skilled in healing arts?"
Also, before we get started, everybody gets 5 tokens of friendship because 5 people are here. So, something
get
to not
5.
forget. Something, yes.
Hoof would like to snatch the ball of light away from Dusthoof because he has proved that he cannot use it properly.
Do you allow this, Dusthoof?
Well, if you so wish to take it, I'm not going to resist, but I do somewhat resent you for not saying I cannot use it properly. I mean, I think I know the activation rights.
You started a battle without us, so yeah, you lost the privilege to have it.
Well, like I said, I'm not going to argue over the ownership of that, as it is a group collective property, but if you want it, just take it.
Okay.
I believe that's the school's property, technically. It's all on
Well,
lease,
in
as
that-
I understand it. Everybody's like,
Nah, they
now.
don't need it.
yeah, it's mine now. Okay. What does the party do? You currently have bewildered hippogriffs, a confused Gin, and 4 Kieran who are currently exhausted and are like, we must rest. What does the party do? There are several social dialogues, RP,
Well,
that could possibly happen here.
Let's socialize.
Socialize. Go forth, players, and speak.
Still yelling towards the hippogriffs. If you got any doctors or nurses, please send them over here. We got wounded.
The hippogriffs say, Olive. Olive's the one that speaks up first, and she says, they're currently down in Equestria attending to the injured troops. We don't have any doctors up here.
Okay,
I wish I would've known
anyone
that
got...
before I came?
Any one of you got 4 beds we could rest these 4 Kirins on?
Let's see here. Number 4. Enyo speaks up and they're like, yeah, they can rest at my place. I've got some empty beds.
Well, lead on, good sir or ma'am.
Enyo, a female purple hippogriff, walks up and says, "Hi, yeah, I'm used to guys on fire. You guys won't burn anything in my house, right?" And the Kieran are like,
It's unlikely they'll be that upset by anything.
No, I think these Kirins are done with violence for now.
For now.
For now, as they crack their hoofs. They're like, "Oh yes, follow me to my house." She gestures, and they lead him inside into a hippogriff's house. She provides them some tea and some fruits and vegetables. She offers them fish, but the Kieran are kind of like, nah, not our thing. Taking no offense, the simple meal is provided for the injured Kieran. What do you guys do?
We're taking the meal?
Well, let's...
Do you ask? Currently, she's just providing for the Kieran.
No,
Are you guys
no.
asking for a meal?
There are other more pressing matters outside.
Pardon me, good man, but would you mind looking after these 4 injured while we take a trip down the Equestria?
Of course, but I make no guarantees of their safety.
Well, there wouldn't be any safer coming to Equestria.
She nods in agreement. It's far more dangerous down in the sea.
Well, we shall see.
What does the party do?
Well, I'm going to go socialize.
You currently have Jin, the Ram, and the 2 hippogriffs who are currently not occupied.
Okay. I've been wanting to talk to the Ram, actually.
Okay. You approach. Who are you, stranger?
Well, my name is Summer.
Hello, Summer. My name is Rama.
Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance, Rama. What brings you out into this area? We seem to be getting a very distinct group of individuals showing up.
I am here to provide the hippogriff's wool.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense.
I have a contract with them.
Has it been a good market here?
It is a new emerging one.
Oh,
They
very good.
prefer feathers, but my wool seems to be exotic.
It's so fluffy.
Indeed. I provide the fluffiest of wool. As Rama boasts about her fluffiness.
Yes, I see that it is indeed very fluffy.
It is also water resistant.
That would be a useful thing, absolutely. We might have to look into getting some of this in the future.
Of course. But currently my wares are to the hippogriffs.
Well, fair enough. Although I'm sure there are many opportunities as things move forward that you could look into talking to other groups. So where do your people hail from anyway?
I come from... Give me a second. Let's see
It's one of those questions that was never really answered clearly in the series.
Appaloosa.
Oh. Interesting.
That is where I was born and raised.
Oh, fair enough. I hear it's a pretty nice area out that way.
Indeed, somewhat dry, but not bad. It's a dry heat after all.
Well, yes.
The plants here are by far tastier, more lush and green.
I don't doubt it. But the apples probably don't compare.
Indeed, they are hard to beat, but after a while an apple gets to be just an apple. Lucky Applejack's not here.
We don't get quite so many apples at home, so...
Where
I
do
suppose-
you hail from, stranger?
Oh, I come from a village in the mountains over in the Kieran lands.
Indeed. I have not been there.
Few have. It's a daunting climb to get there under normal circumstances, and the mountains can be treacherous.
You are on a mountain yourself right now. I climbed this mountain.
As did we all. It took quite some time. It's a lot of stairs.
Indeed.
So what do you know of this threat to Mount Eris?
I have heard and seen many shadowy hippogriffs attack Mount Eris. They say it is more dangerous on the beach and in the sea.
Interesting. Well, that's probably true. That certainly seems to be where everyone has gone to provide defense and is standing there staring at the sea. Are they expecting some kind of giant creature to come out of it, or?
I have not seen it, for when it arrives it is normally stormy, and I cannot see the beach down there.
Mm-mm. You haven't gone down to look, then.
I'm but a sheep.
Perhaps. But I must say my own curiosity might drive me to go explore such a thing.
You are braver than most. I would not venture there. Sheep have a reputation of being tasty.
I don't know about sheep, but lamb is quite good.
Wow, that is super offensive. Wow. I thought your people were into fish. She looks at you with kind of like, are they going to eat me?
Totally.
Maybe that's why they invited me. I'm the one in danger.
We would love to have you for dinner.
Excellent. There's always bigger fish in the sea.
There is.
Foreshadowing.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you.
No, thank you, strangers. Thank you for protecting our home.
Yes. Is there anything else we can do for you at the moment?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I have no kin in the sea.
Yes, the sea should be very interesting. We still need to talk to somebody about that, actually.
There are many who are semi-knowledgeable.
Yes, who would
They
you
are
recommend?
civilians. There is no authority here. All of them have gone down into Equestria.
Useful information or support. We have to go into the sea, and we are, well, most of us anyway, not particularly well suited to it.
Same here, stranger. I would stay on land.
Well, perhaps it is the better choice, but we don't really have that choice to make. There is much that compels us to go into the sea at this point.
It is safer here. Stay. You seemed like decent folk.
Oh, I'd say we are decent folk. That's part of the reason we must go. We must do what we can in order to prevent this disaster.
The hippogriffs will take care of them, and so will the Oh. Well, then the Pegasus. Oh. Somebody will take care of it.
Yes.
I have no doubts.
Right, well, I'll go. We need to keep moving. Certainly, it's been pleasant talking to you.
Roll me a charm before you leave.
Okay. Where did I put my die?
Okay.
Come here. There. Why can't I find a D20? There we go. Oh, brother.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Awesome.
Apparently,
It's a
even
roll off.
physical dice hate me in this game.
It's a
I don't
roll
know.
off. It's a roll off. I rolled a 1.
Wow.
I rolled another 1. Oh, good thing I'm getting it out very early. I'm getting it out early.
Oh, here, let me go roll where we can do all the other stuff. So here we go. Roll d20.
There you go. Obtain 1 Rama's wool scarf.
Oh, okay. Cool. See what we can do with this wool scarf.
It is a nice warm wool scarf. It might be able to protect you from the elements.
Well, and there we're going, and the storms that are coming up, that may be very useful. Thank you very much.
Yep. There is currently Olive right here, who is currently standing by, idle, and there's Sky, who's kind of like scratching the back of his head. Both of them seem to like just be like watching over the village and making sure that the children are kept safe and out of the way. They seem to always nervously be looking up in the sky, however, as darkness approaches.
Dun dun dun.
Delicious. What do you guys do?
Well, we're going to go talk to some of the other people. Particularly in this case, we want to focus on the hippogriffs because we need to find a way to get to Equestria and not drown.
Do you approach Olive or Sky? So Olive is the peach, and the blue one is Sky.
So Olive is peach. That's an interesting mixing of fruits.
Have you seen Applejack?
How about
So
Sky?
what's up with that? You approach Sky. What do you say? The male hippogriff nods to you.
Pardon me, good sir, but would you happen to have any anything you could give to us in order to help us reach Equestria?
Roll me a charm. You're asking for a favor. Says, yes, I do happen to have one of the shattered shards of change. I could easily transform you. Fish.
Would you be willing to trade that item for something, or do you want us to do you a favor or something like that?
I could transform you guys for an hour. Allow you to go down into Equestria.
Time limits are going to be a problem.
Would you be willing to kindly show us the way?
Of course, it's down to the beach. He begins leading you down to the beach. Are you ready to go down to the beach?
Following
Okay.
into the flames, we leap.
Excellent.
Absolutely everything we need to up here yet.
Well, I
Did
mean,
you wanna
is
do
everybody done?
anything?
Is everybody done?
Let's see. What other characters are up here?
Olive currently is the last one.
I was about to
Note.
say, I might go talk to Olive
All right,
if,
Jen.
if nobody's talked to her yet.
I don't think anyone has.
She nervously looks around as you approach. Hi. How are you? It's kind of strange to see you here. That's not a shadow form.
I don't think I'm a shadow form.
No, but
I mean,
you do look like them.
Racist.
Is it?
well, I can't help that shadow griffins are attacking. But then again, griffins are fickle. I would know. But, so what exactly has been happening around here? I just kind of got here after I was told everybody was, like, in danger, so...
Oh, you're not aware. You're a new person. I didn't realize that. Oh, you're here on Mount Eris. We've been under attack by shadow creatures that have come from the depths of the sea. They're led by a monstrous creature called the Sea Serpent.
Huh. How peculiar.
We are lucky that Storm arrived when he did. Who knows what would have happened to Mount Eris, since most of our defenders are down in Equestria. I don't know what's going to happen now. Now that the Kirin are off the beach, who will defend us now?
More Kieran.
Do you say that?
I will say we will, not necessarily more Kieran.
An army of Kirin arrive.
Well, that would be awesome. I would totally do that.
So, totally down with that. Too bad Kirin are so rare.
Well, we'll have to fix that.
I suppose the reason you're watching the sky is for more, I guess, shadow griffins attacking?
Yes, indeed. Shadow hippogriffins. Some of them were our family and friends, but they were transformed into something different.
Oh,
you
so
know those
were
kids that were
actual...
down on the beach? Those were under the same influence.
So, huh.
What influence?
I wonder if...
The shadowy influence. That's one you're
Probably
talking about with the
something
shadow
to do
griffin.
with-
The ones that were your friends and family, or are your friends and family.
Probably something to do with despair, if I had to guess. Again. But, makes me wonder if anybody I know has been turned into a shadowy griffin. I wouldn't lose tears over it.
I would. These are our kin.
My griffins, not yours.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm sorry to hear
hippogriffs
that.
are not... They're a lot nicer,
Yes,
I
griffins.
think.
I think that's like when Olive offers you a fruit. It's like, well, you're always welcome here in Mount Eris. You're a griff, right?
Yeah,
Griffs are always welcome
again, we'll
home.
take it.
Obtain one piece of fruit. Let's see what type of fruit. Haha, dragon fruit. Awesome.
That's
You
cool.
obtained a dragon fruit. Nice. Who knew that they grew them here? I guess that makes sense. I thought it was tropical, though.
Oh, maybe they have a greenhouse.
It's true, too.
They might.
Maybe when this is all over, I can show you the harmonizing heights.
That sounds like that would be really great, actually.
Indeed, it is very beautiful. Maybe you could find some comfort there.
Perhaps, but we gotta be sure there's a Mount Eris still around for you to do that.
That is true.
We'll do our best. We are here to help after all. Or at least, I think so. Gid looks at everybody.
Nervously looks around. Like, uh-oh. She says, I believe in you. You can do it.
Gives a talons up because they have thumbs. Kind of.
Yep. Because they have digits.
Yes, they do.
They give they give the thumbs up. Yep, they give the ding right back to you.
You people and your opposable digits.
Oh, it's so nice.
You're just jealous of fan.
Like, Gin just waggles their fingers at you.
Oh.
They do jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Shake, shake, shake.
Hoof and Mouth also joins in the waggling.
The group waggles their way, hopefully down to the beach.
Yep.
Okay. With Sky leading the way. It is getting towards dusk. It is not nightfall yet, but it is getting towards dusk. You head down to the beach.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Guess there was nothing else to do
these
up there.
bad boys. And someone appears to be waiting for you. Still in his meditative state. Seems to be very focused. Sky walks up to Storm and says, "Hey, Storm! Is it still safe? Is the water still safe?" He's like, "The storm will be coming in soon. You should head back to Mount Eris." Sky's like, yeah, you're probably right. He begins to slowly part back up the way. What do you guys do as he's like...
intervenes. I know this situation is scary, and I know that you're probably frightened and you don't want to get hurt, but we really need your courage right here, and we really would like you to transform us so we can get down to Equestria.
Roll me a charm.
Even if it means braving against this creature.
It's a roll-off. Ha. He says, okay, I'll transform you. I'll transform you. But I'm not going down into the sea myself.
That's all right.
He says, I have family that I have to look out for. I have some children to watch out for, okay?
That's okay. I can transform
that's
them
fine.
back.
Perfectly okay.
He takes out his shattered charm. He says, "Whenever you're ready, come to me." He walks down to the beach and he nervously splashes in the water. What do you guys do?
Following.
I follow, I suppose. I don't think... Is there anybody else we can talk to
There
on the
is
beach?
an
or is this
armored
it?
Pegasus in black armor who is currently meditating on the beach, overlooking the area. He's currently got his eyes closed. Go ahead and roll me a mind, Jen. You see if you remember this older classmate. Yeah, you've seen this. His name was Storm, or Fairweather. He used to be a classmate of yours, way back when.
Huh.
Not long ago.
Yeah, seems like a lifetime ago.
Well, I guess Gin can appreciate different lifestyles. Black armor looks pretty cool.
It is pretty
Meditating is probably his thing. So, kind of more reading what he's doing is not going to bother him.
cool. Okay.
He'll be
Yeah.
polite because that's probably the kind thing to do.
Not disturb him. Understand. Anybody else? As Sky gets ready to transform you into fish.
Guy, do you need any help transforming them, or you got it by yourself?
Oh, Huff and Mouth, did you want to do this?
Either
I'll
way.
transform into a fish.
Yeah, either or. You get half of them, I'll get half of them.
Sounds good.
Remember, they only got 1 hour.
It's cool. I can extend it, right?
Oh, yeah, you can refresh it.
Okay, sweet. I've never done it for, people before.
We're all
or
gonna
others.
drown.
Excellent.
Gonna drown in the yellow submarine.
So, Huff and Mouth with Sky begin transforming you each into a fish. What do you guys look like as you are transformed?
I want to say
What type of fish are you?
kind of... I think Gin would turn into a eel or sea crate. Probably sea crate.
Sea crate would be cool.
Yeah, sea crate.
What about the rest of you? What do you guys transform into?
I mean, given the interesting mix of cure and physiology, I'm going to go with a sea turtle.
Awesome. That makes perfect sense. Your scales turn into like a shell,
Oh, that'd
right?
be cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
I thought
badass.
so.
That's really cool. The water is a lot like flying as you descend into the depths.
Would the GM kindly roll me a D4?
A 4.
Okay, Dusthoof assumes the form of a sand-colored seahorse.
Awesome. A seahorse. Nice, nice. And then, okay, this is the first time that we see you, Derek Kitty. What does the hoof and mouth transform into?
Purple mer pony. I sort of posted a picture of what it looks like in our Discord page.
Yeah.
Should have. Yeah.
Tell us about your homeland, hoof and mouth, as you guys descend into the depths.
As everyone moves closer, swims closer to as everyone swims closer to Equestria, they see the bioluminescence of the fish, causing everything to glow beautifully under the sea. Very much coral reef meets deep sea fish type things. So you have all the ecosystem, coral reef, bioluminescence, and odd fish that you find in deep sea. And I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm really sleepy right now, so that's about as much fine as I do.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Equestria is a city upside down. Water has not the pulling effects of gravity as you descend into the depths. You are met by guards who quickly recognize you because of hoof and mouth. They say, "Oh yes, we've been expecting you. Queen Nova and Princess Skystar have been expecting you." They escort you into the main citadel of Equestria. It is here where you see Queen Nova sitting upon a giant clamshell, a general off to her side, and her daughter, Princess, off to her right side. You see coral and jellyfish illuminating the area, which you guys can see. She nods gratefully as you guys approach and enter into the throne room. She gestures for you to approach.
Okay.
Approach
Approach the
motions for
throne,
everyone to approach
Yes.
and swims forward.
She turns to you, hoof and mouth, with a displeased features on her face, and she says, "You're late."
I'm sorry. I kept trying to come, but things kept popping up and stuff was happening, and a hedgehog was running all over the place, and then I got trapped by shadows, and I made friend with a cat that got caught in the gourd, and then we got arrested, and then there was a party, and yeah. But I'm here now.
I'm glad that you are here.
Yay.
She says, many of my guards have been taken out by the shadowy crab creatures that swarm the bottom of the sea. I need your help, your assistance. This shadow serpent must be defeated.
Isn't there someone that's, better equipped to do that than just me? I'm like, no one here.
She gestures to General Sea Spray, the General of the Army, or the Admiral of the Fleet, if that makes sense, in hippogriff terminology.
Yeah.
The General steps up and says, many of my soldiers have fallen to this creature, and not only that, but they have been transformed into enemies against us. Not only that, several of our fellow sea creatures have been turned into shadow beings as well. For every one of us that does fall to the sea serpent, another rises in its place. You can understand our current predicament.
So you're desperate enough to leave everything to the talons of a child?
Queen Novo shakes her head and she says, "No, we have a better plan. We are leaving Equestria."
Wait, that's not a good plan. Why? No, you can fight it.
No, your logic makes perfect sense. We must leave Equestria at once. Princess Skystar seems very displeased at the current situation. Her arms are crossed, and she seems angry. But she seems to say nothing as the Queen announces this. She says, "Our people will leave this Equestria, abandon our homes, and find a new one. That is why you have been summoned, Hoof and Mouth. Where should we go? You are but a child, and a child that has traveled. We must leave this place. I do not expect you to fight."
But we have I think we have something that can defeat it, maybe.
Oh? What is that? There's nothing that can pierce the shadow serpent's hide.
But doesn't the sword say that it can be destroyed in the serpent thingy?
What sword are you talking about?
We have a dark sword.
Do you present it?
No, because I don't have it in my possession.
Who has the dark sword?
Oh, I
Yes,
do.
to-
Does Tuff end up with it?
Who has
Yeah, I mean,
the dark
I
sword?
wrapped it around a cloth and deposited it in my inventory.
So once again, who has the dark sword?
Dustoof?
I guess Dust Tuff. I thought it was in my saddlebags, but I may be wrong. Things change.
So
Could
once
be.
again, I ask, who has the dark sword?
The dark sword is in the possession of the dark enemy that we face. That is truly who possesses it, no matter who is wielding it at any given moment.
But at the moment, it is in my saddlebags.
Are you presenting it to the Queen?
Yes.
Excellent. How are you doing this?
Holding it still wrapped around a cloth and revealing from the top side so that there is still the cloth between me, my Dusthoof's hooves, and the sword so that there's no direct contact.
This blade means nothing to me.
Well, Your Majesty, we, on behalf of the royalty of Equestria, we were led to believe that this blade we seek to destroy this blade, and we were told that one such way is to strike this blade into the shadowy serpent that now threatens you.
She looks at you and she says, "Is this true?"
I think so. It's been kind of confusing lately, and my head's kind of fuzzy. But I think that's how it's supposed to work.
Hoof and Mouth, you need to stop licking those pufferfish.
But they're so tasty.
They are, but you need to stop.
No.
No.
Queen Nova shakes her head and she says, "All right, child, give the sword over to the general. He will take care of it then."
But he
Well-
can't touch it. Don't touch it.
Just be careful, sir. This blade is apparently cursed, and it is rather malignant. So
Please exercise caution and do not touch it. Do not let it touch your bare skin.
In his sea pony form, he reaches out to grab the sword. With his flipper? I guess it's flipper? Yeah, I guess it's flipper. He does not recognize the danger, clearly.
God, stop. Stop.
Do you
Be
stop him from
careful,
taking
sir.
the sword?
I wrap the cloth around its handle and then hand him with it. Be careful, sir.
Are you giving him the black blade?
Yes, but I'm also warning him that be very careful, sir. It's very evil by nature.
Excellent. I mean, he takes out the blade and unsheaths it. He does not recognize the danger.
Oh, goody.
He holds it aloft and he says,
Enter.
It feels cold to the touch. As he reveals the blade to everyone, all the light seems to dim slightly.
Dang it. Why?
Stop.
She nods and she says, General Sea Spray, you are in command of the troops. If this weapon can truly destroy it, I leave it to you. The general nods in reply to Queen Nova, and he leaves the scene. I will go out with my troops and face the creature, he says. If you've truly brought us the weapon that we so desire, if this thing can truly destroy the sea serpent, it will be glorious. We may not have to leave after all.
That's the plan.
Oh, boy. I have a cunning plan.
But then it was just destroyed by everyone else.
Queen Nova says, once again, Hoofenmouth, should the general fail, it will be up to you to lead us. You are more worldly than I. Tell us, where do you suggest we leave to? Once again, you see Princess Skystar shake her head no. Like,
I'm going to go over to Princess Skystar. See if we can get her perspective.
Yeah, what does Princess Skystar say?
you believe that these two have had a long and difficult conversation in regards to this. There's clearly a disagreement on abandoning their underwater homes, and possibly even Mount Eris. Queen Nova nods to you and says, you guys have done us a great favor. If what you say is true and the sea serpent is slain, I suppose that you should be given a reward.
That would be... Yeah, we could use some help at the Silent Grove, right? Right?
Says what?
Summer Breeze?
Pleasant Grove? What?
Silent Grove, isn't that where you're from?
No. Not quite, but
Or
same. I mean, yeah, we need help home at the village anyway.
yeah,
We need Betty back and forth about nomenclature.
we
It
need
would only
help.
waste time at this point.
We need help with the curing. There's a curing issue.
Should the sea serpent be slain, you will receive your reward. You may ask anything of my, anything within the kingdom that I can provide.
I mean, we could certainly use some help. Although I will say, I think you can slay the sea serpent with that weapon. I think it's going to result in secondary problems that will be worse than the serpent. So I would suggest not taking that approach.
Okay. What would
In fact,
you
if you'd like a
suggest?
specific rundown, I have information on that. Might be very helpful to you.
Oh, okay.
Queen Novo scratches her chin and says, "Speak, outsider. What do you know that my people do not?"
Well, wielding this sword puts you on the path to despair. If someone who is wielding the sword is tempted or falls into despair or is in any way drawn into darkness, they will basically be converted into the creature despair itself. So you won't have to deal with a sea serpent anymore. Now you'll be stuck with the despair individual, and that will be very unpleasant to deal with. The sword is going to continue to whisper to your general, trying to drag them down into that pit.
Roll me a
Now,
charm.
they may resist for quite some time, but it's hard to say.
Roll me a charm.
Charm. Okay.
Yep.
Charm rolls.
She says, "Is this true, Hoof and Mouth?"
Yeah, it's true. That's why we didn't want the general to touch it with his bear flipper.
She slowly nods her head, and she turns to Skystar and says, "Summon the general back." Skystar nods in reply and begins to leave, quickly swimming after the general who had recently departed. She says, "What else do you know? Speak quickly. The creature
Well,
will be upon us very soon."
you know, the defender on the beach, or the would-be defender, is actually under the sway of the same creature of despair that we were discussing before, and was basically manipulating some of my kin and countrymen in order to keep them there. Very unpleasant.
Once again, roll me a charm.
Okay. Not so good.
You had to beat a 4. You still have. She says, "Is this true?"
Yeah,
Hoof and Mouth.
it's true.
Oh man, now this is crashing again. I was trying to think that this is roll 20.
Oh, yikes.
That's not good.
Oh my gosh. Recording program's still working.
Yay.
Okay, well, start task manager. Okay, where you at? Okay. Says that's working. Weird. Yeah, I'm starting to think that's roll 20 that's crashing.
It's possible.
But everybody else is still here?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody else is still
Yeah.
here.
Alright.
All right. Just me, I guess. She sends out Skystar to retrieve the general. And she says, "What would you have me do with the Pegasus? Should I have him arrested?"
Your Honor, if I may.
Speak.
I think it would be in our best interest to see this Pegasus back into Equestria, specifically to Ponyville. He is a missing student of the Twilight Sparkles School of Friendship, and there are quite a lot of people missing this student.
Well, if he is a subject of Equestria, I shall leave it into your hands. I control only my subjects, not those of Princess Twilight's. To do so would overstep my bounds. Would you have us seize him? What would you suggest?
Well, if there's some sufficient extradition in place, that should work.
Could we first see if he'll help us beat Sea Monster? Not sure. What does everyone else think?
Know that the Pegasus has been nothing but generous, and has only asked one thing of me, which I will gladly provide should he destroy the sea serpent.
What?
Oh,
He asked for one thing,
okay.
Which is...
the Pearl of Change.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, no.
Is this not acceptable? Remember that the Pearl of Change has been shattered. It will take hundreds, if not thousands of years to make a new one.
Yeah,
I
let's
didn't even
not
know you
give
could
it
make
to
a
him.
new one. That's interesting.
He is aware of this. He said that it was a fair trade. A curious creature.
Well, Your Majesty, we believe that this pearl would be used towards nefarious ends that would result in harm in all benevolent creatures. Griffins, kirins, ponies, hippogriffs, even dragons would suffer from.
Do you think I am
such.
not aware of this? Do you think that the Storm King was a fool to not attain it? This is not the first threat to my village, chasing after such a device. But should he succeed, I will honor the agreement.
Okay.
No one else has been able to challenge the creature, except for Storm and his Kirin.
As well, he no
No,
longer has the
Kaiser's
Kirin.
No, his Kirin, who follow him freely.
The Kirin are not following him right now. Let's start with that.
You have news of this? Remember, she thinks that they're still on fire on the beach. You haven't told her anything about this.
He needs better scouts watching the beach.
She's got scouts elsewhere. It's almost like there's a bigger threat that she's worried about.
What? Bigger threat.
What?
Never.
What?
That's just ridiculous.
I know, silliness. Oh my gosh. It's almost like there's not enough bodies here. As if you're like relying on a student to help guide you through the world is kind of a crazy idea. But
Yeah,
desperate
totally.
times call for desperate measures, right?
Yes. I honestly forgot the question.
Okay. She says, speak. Need but ask. If you have brought us the instrument of which the sea creature will die from, then so be it. You will be
Yeah,
handsomely rewarded. You can think of the prize that you want to once the creature has been destroyed.
Let's do that. Does anyone else
Well-
have any suggestions on how to do?
I think we were pretty well committed to doing that anyway, so
Okay.
yeah, as well.
Anything else? While you're alone with the queen before the general comes back with Star.
Do my companions have
What
anything
else
they
is
wanna
there?
say?
Let's see.
I don't think I do.
Returning back to the throne room, General Seaspray is still holding on to the sword, and Princess Skystar approach. And she says, "The general has returned, my queen." And she nods and she says, "General, there's consequences of wielding such a weapon." And the general nobly says, "I will take any consequences if it saves our people, Queen Novo. And she says, "Yes, General, I understand this, but such a threat could prove to be even more dangerous than the sea serpent, not only threatening our kingdom, but those around us." And the general seems disturbed by this, and he says, "What have you learned, my queen?" And then she gestures for you to explain.
The sword, if you touch it with your bare flipper, it can possess you and bring out the darkness within. So it's not good to carry that. Touch it.
Then how will we slay the serpent? General Seaspray asks.
My friend...
A little angry.
Here, my friend here, Kieran, has telekinesis and can use their brain to do it.
I think this is where we get Summer Breeze, right?
Yeah.
And it's like flippers, and he's a turtle, right? He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He holds it out for Summer Breeze to lift it up. Summer Breeze, you realize that you can't use magic underwater.
Oh.
Because you're a turtle.
Oh.
Do you reach out and grab the sword with your flippers?
Oh, we're going to magically take the sword. Horn thing.
Okay. How are you doing this in a sea turtle form?
Yeah, maybe I should have gone with narwhal.
Can I...
Well, do you lose magic in this form?
I don't think even Princess Twilight used her magic to grab the Pearl of Change. So even Princess Twilight wasn't able to use magic underwater. Remember, she was even drowning, and she was saved by Princess Skystar.
Yeah, I know. I do remember that, but
Yeah. So I don't think
I
we've
know,
seen
that
magic being
seems
used
like
underwater.
plot convenience.
Is it? I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up with the MLP lore.
That's true, but it wasn't really addressed one way or the other. In fact, when she was going for the ball there, it seemed more like that was necessary because it had to be removed from some other field that it was contained in.
I mean, you got
Anyway.
Princess Twilight, who could literally blast Turek to oblivion. She could have at least teleported the pearl to her, right? At the very least, she could have teleported the pearl to her.
I believe she still didn't have her horn at that point because
She
it was
did,
just
but-
funny.
She wasn't using it.
Could I use the Pearl of Change to change Summer Breeze into a narwhal?
Of course.
It has a horn. Would you like to be a narwhal?
Narwhal.
I'm not sure if it's going to help, as amusing as the idea is.
Right.
Okay.
Summer Breeze, you are turned into a tiny little narwhal. Not a big one, not a big narwhal, but a small one, with a little nub. Once again, magic doesn't work underwater.
Oh.
Except for the pearl, apparently.
It is the Pearl of Change. It's literally made underwater.
So there is some kind of underwater magic. We just don't have access to it.
Indeed.
Anyway, that's going to make life very much more difficult in the near future.
Once again, General Seaspray offers you the sword back. Who is grabbing it?
Let's see. We should have some of those ice shards left. Why don't we freeze it and put it away?
Okay.
Who is touching the sword?
No one's going to touch it directly. I think we still have a sheepskin or something like that, which you can use to wrap the sword.
Excellent. You use your, Rama scarf?
Yeah, something like that.
You wrap it around the blade.
Mm-hmm.
You
Hey,
regain the weapon.
Can the
So,
thrower-
once again, Queen Novo asks, if that is the weapon that will destroy the sea serpent, and you don't want my general to wield it, what are you going to do with it?
Well, we don't have a problem with the general wielding it. We don't want any person to do so directly. My thinking currently is that we use it as a spear so that there's no contact.
Oh, that
but,
would work.
We just, wanted to make sure that people weren't in contact directly with it, as the villainous thoughts and probings would probably get to eventually.
Yeah.
So if your general wishes to wield it, if we can find a way to do so without direct contact, that may work.
I think that's like when a scout comes in and starts yelling, like, it's coming! It's coming! The general, nods to the queen and begins to leave. Princess Skystar, shakes her head as everybody starts moving to their battle positions. What are you doing? You are not expected to fight.
Well, I think we should go fight anyway, because that's kind of the thing we do.
Yeah. We
Um,
need help.
Point of curiosity, however, is there a Neric form still?
Are you going to try and rage?
Not right here in the middle of the Queen's court.
Okay, I was just like, are you trying to rage?
But it's just in relation to this whole magic non-functioning thing, especially given the fact that water is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can't we fight it above water?
Just need
You
to
have
find
probably
a way-
less than 10 minutes to decide what you are going to do and where you are going to fight the creature. You can fight it underwater, you can fight it on the beach, or you can fight it on Mount Eris.
Yes, we shall fight them on the sea. We shall fight them on the land. We shall.
Where do you choose your battlefield?
Oh, I think the beach is much better, and Mount Eris would actually be even perhaps more ideal. But I think that might be leaving the poor sea folk down here unsupported.
The vast majority of guards are down here, protecting the queen.
Right.
Know that the vast majority of troops are down here. However, Mount Eris has the fewest amount of troops, but it's likely the safest position, and the beach has but one guardian, and you've took away his support. It's hilarious. Where do you decide to make your stand?
We'll, let's just roll a d3 here.
Yes, leave it to randomization. Oh, delicious. Where do you choose to make your stand?
We could do
You
the
can fight in the
beach.
water, you can fight on the beach, or you can fight on Mount Eris. Where do you choose to fight?
I vote for the beach. What does everyone else vote for?
I'd honestly say beach as well, because that gives people land and air to maneuver in.
Yeah. Especially since we don't have stats for the merfolk.
What, you don't want to fight the sea serpent underwater?
We also only have an hour before we drown.
That
Yeah.
is very true. So even
Yeah,
that's
we
not
should
time
at least that is a good point. We should go with beach or Mount Eris for breathing reasons.
But don't forget, Hoof and Mouth can spend an action to renew the spell.
Flamian, what's your vote?
I vote null.
Oh,
Run
what?
away. Run away is a fourth option. Yes, fleeing is a fourth option.
No, I said I
Oh.
vote for null. I vote blank.
Oh, okay.
I don't think null is a good option here.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I don't have it. Well, I got nothing. I mean, nothing useful.
Well, none of us have anything useful. That's why we're trying to brainstorm to figure out what would be the best option.
All right, I'm going to vote for Matt.
Well, we could always ask if the general would have access to some kind of a gauntlet to protect his flippers from the corruptive touch of the blade, because he's probably the most skilled weapon user we have available. Or if that fails, I can also use something. I mean, sure, we could face the sea serpent down below, but that would mean we have two enemies to fight. The serpent itself and our limited time frame. Secondly, I don't think our forms would allow us to use our full potential. But
So then,
it would give us the most amount of allies. So I would say fight it either face it here or at the beach. Here we have allies. At the beach we may not have much anything other than ourselves, but we would be in our full strength. You make the choice. I'm just voicing out my ideas.
Athena, what were you saying?
I was saying we should just go to Mount Eris.
No, I'm actually against that, because that would result in a rather large amount of civilian damage, and I would really like to avoid that.
There you go.
Yeah, but usually my opinion doesn't matter.
I think it's important enough to voice it, so let's go with that. Let's think along those lines. If we've got opinions and we've got reasons to vote for specific locations, that makes this much more effective, I think, consideration process.
Okay, so that makes most everyone's thinking that the beach is the good option. Will the serpent be drawn to? Do we need to lure the serpent to the beach, or will it appear there? Because we don't want to cause damage to Equestria or Mount Eris. Then.
Are you asking the Queen or the General? Who are you asking this to?
We're consulting amongst the group.
The General says that the sea serpent has always arrived on the beach first.
Okay. So we don't need to provide a distraction to lure it.
The beach is the spear point.
Yeah.
The problem is that the forces get split. The sea creature is not alone.
What is with the sea creature?
You'll see.
Creature.
He says that there are shadow crabs and shadow griffins.
Okay, so we'll need the beach ball light to help destroy those. What if instead of putting this, what if we made it into a harpoon?
There's not enough time for that.
Okay. What other ideas does people have to help defeat the creature and the shadow things?
And the beach ball.
Well, we
light,
have the sword.
definitely.
Yeah.
We have the
We
sword.
need to find a way to use it safely.
Well, if we're
Like
going
I
to the
say,
beach,
my
you have to
favorite
know
idea
who
right
this
now is a
is.
long stick, but wielding it magically should be fairly effective as well.
Okay.
Okay, as for the shadowy griffins, I believe those would be hippogriffs or griffins that have been corrupted by the malicious powers of despair. So if it's anything like the Kirenirics that we have faced so far, I got this one.
Okay, so that means that they'll have crystals on them that we need to destroy. We also will if they're griffins or hippogriffs, they'll be flying, so we'll need something to help the flyers. So that would leave Jem and myself as as handling the skies. We could try to force them down to you.
I do have a special talent that helps me carry things while flying specifically, so I could grab because talons.
Yeah.
With that, hoping during like a strength or a rather body contest, I could try to wrestle them down to you. Or I could carry you. Either or.
If we could force them down to the ground, then he can nullify them with magic ability.
Teleport them into a rock.
Oh, that would work. Teleport them into a rock. I could also freeze them in midair with my ice bow, and so, if we don't get to them in time, they kind of go. It's not the nicest thing, but.
And depending on how much damage they do, I can always shrug off at least 6 of it.
Yeah.
Has the party decided where they're going to fight?
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to beach bum.
The beach.
The beachy.
Yep, we're doing the beach.
Beach.
Beaches on the beaches.
Beach episode, but it's
Then
not
we shall fight the
relaxation.
creature on the beaches of Mount Eris, and hopefully prevent any civilian casualties.
Yeah, they usually recommend against an opposed landing, but...
Well, as much as I would love to face the creature on Equestria, there seems to be quite a lot of favor towards beach, and for the sake of group cohesion, I think it's best to go with that
We
idea.
also would have to ensure that we'd have to beat this thing within an hour.
Yes.
Or Hoof and Mouth would have to essentially keep using every turn or so to keep buffing everybody to be sure that they don't, drown. And we're also limited by the forms in which our characters currently inhabit.
Yes.
Like a sea crate can't do too much.
Yes. And while we would have a lot of our allies to fight with us, it would we would not be fighting in our best form.
At most we could do is just act like little distractions, try to get it to bite at us, nip at us, whatever.
Yeah, we'd be too worried making sure it doesn't destroy Equestria than actually fighting properly. On the
That
beach,
and
sorry.
That and again, you have a narwhal, you can stab it with your horn, but that's about it. I can bite, and my bite is venomous, but I don't think that's going to do something to it because of how big it probably is. Thinking of the animals that we are. And a seahorse definitely cannot do much.
Nope.
They are adorable, but that is about it. And good parents.
Yeah, they are the small little flighty sissies of the sea.
So before you leave, Skystar offers to join you.
Yes, Skystar. Yes, please. The more the
She
merrier.
joins you
Yay.
on the battlefield.
Okay, sure.
She says, I will not
Take
huddle.
any help tokens.
I will not huddle. Would you like me in the sky or in the sea?
Sky, above the beach, preferably.
She says, true.
All right.
Cool.
So let's go up.
You go and ascend up into the beach. A party member seems to be missing. I need everyone to roll me mind.
Oh dear.
Oh, it turns out it's me. I'm missing myself.
Why are you missing yourself?
Well, I don't know, just a party member. And since we're rolling mind checks here.
Oh, summer breeze season.
Mind.
Summer breeze. High up in the sky, you see a gathering storm. And you see storm gathering the storm.
Okay, so storm is gathering the storm, but is the storm gathering storm?
Yes.
Okay.
In the distance, you hear the rolling of thunder clouds.
The rowing?
The rolling.
Oh.
These are not natural clouds. The Pegasus is bringing them here.
Begs an interesting question in general, but
Hey,
get back to that
Storm.
later.
What you doing?
Are you flying up to see him? I assume Summer Breeze points him out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The summer
He is
breeze will
high
be
up
out.
in the sky. Yep, he is high up in the sky.
Look, there's a storm. Oh, not that one. The other kind.
The other
Oh. What is he doing? Maybe we should ask him, find out if he's going to hinder us or help us.
Oh,
kind.
go at.
Who's going up there?
Don't fly.
You're useless to me.
It's so useless. Oh,
Jeez.
who's flying up? Don't forget, Princess Skyscar can fly as well. So you have Jen and Hoofenmouth. Both of you can go up and speak to Thunder Storm.
I guess we both can.
Jen, who has a better charm, or is that metagaming?
It does, in this position, it's not metagaming. Trust me. Shit's about ready to get real.
My charm is a D12.
I'm a D12 also.
Excellent.
You go ahead. You haven't had a roleplay any roleplay in a bit.
Okay.
You see the
I fly
Pegasus. Yeah. Who is currently like rolling the clouds. Is like spinning around him in like a slow arc. And you see like these rolling thunder clouds coming in. Right? You see that he's busy at work. What do you say as you approach this looming thunder?
Well, I will say that Gin is actually kind of nervous because the thing that left them
Yep.
pretty damaged was this.
Yes.
But it's for a good reason, I guess. He's coming up here to talk, so
Yeah,
they're
of course.
going to sort of call out to Storm, as they're known now.
He glances back at you and says, "Who are you?"
I was a student at the School of Friendship. I remember seeing you a couple times. Long time no casual chatting.
Oh, yeah, Jen, I remember you. Why are you so far away from home? Don't you know this place is dangerous?
Well, it's definitely not the safest place, but I'm here to help with the sea monster thing.
Says you should probably go home. This is no place for adventures.
Well, honestly, I'm wondering if you're going to try to zap that thing before it can even get up.
He smiles at you and he says, "This is how I've been able to stalemate it. I haven't been able to defeat it, but I've been able to shock it into submission, where it will be stunned for a brief moment. It does not defeat the creature, but it does give me opportunity and time.
That's
you
a
help
pretty good
me?
strategy.
So what were the Kieran doing?
Can you help me?
Sure, on one condition. Once this is over, you're coming with us back to Ponyville.
You're not in the sky.
Yeah, this is just Jen. Yeah, Jen's currently up in the sky. Currently, Thunderstorm is currently making the clouds and the storm above. He's literally crafting them into a storm right above the battlefield, right above Mount Eris on the beach. That is why it's so dark currently. Also, it's falling on nighttime.
Yeah. Well, and we'll say, I mean, we're all going to try to attack it from below.
Says it's very dangerous on the beach. When the creature rises, huge waves of water will crash against the shore. It is incredibly dangerous.
I think we'll be able to help our ground friends out.
I will be busy in the sky.
Well, I didn't necessarily come by myself.
He glances down. He says that is not wise bringing Princess Skystar with you. She's demanded to help me many times.
I'm going to wave at them.
She offered to come.
She's not as tactically brilliant as most. Maybe foolish. I suggest protecting her at all costs.
We can do that. I assume
Nods
she
in
can at
reply.
least hold her own a little bit. A little bit. But we plan on trying to help stop it. If we need to get our friends on the ground up to a safer spot before this thing comes, we can do that.
How are you going to do this? I've only been able to fight it in a standstill.
I don't know. I'm not the magic-y person, so I don't exactly know what they're gonna do.
That's something you might want to figure out. He
I
laughs
mean,
at
I
this.
trust their judgment. They're called Kirans, right? Yeah, that's what they're called. The
Racist.
Kiran is he doesn't remember. Has memory issues. Get off of him.
You're not there. Well, they could probably hear the conversation from far below, right? Like in your
Probably.
hot air balloon, right? When you're like listening to conversations down below, you can definitely hear 'em.
When Gin
Yeah.
is trying to remember things, it's more like a person who like forgets a word in English who is trying to remember what that word is. To give you an idea. They have brain fog and they have to work through it, so it's not out of ill intention, it's just them trying to remember.
Understandable.
Lightning strikes do not do a body good.
I would not suggest being around the creature when I do a lightning strike.
We will try to avoid that, but I
I
will
make
let
no
them know
promises.
that I will let them know that that is your intention, to just keep striking it, and whatever they're planning, well, we'll see if it works.
He says, "Yep, I've been doing this more than you have. Figure it out."
I will, or they will.
We'll see.
We will.
He continues gathering storm clouds. In a
And with
fury.
that, Gin goes back down.
Excellent. Jin returns to the party.
So, Storm plans on giving that sea creature a good jolt. However, we don't want to be close to it when that happens. He also mentioned that when it rises, it causes waves to sort of crash out on the beach, so we're going to have to get you, he points to like Dusthoof and some, off the ground until that goes by. Hmm. And he looks to Princess Skystar and says, he wants me to also try to protect you and keep you as safe as possible.
She says, I don't need protection.
I mean, I'm sure you can handle yourself pretty well, right?
Of course.
Yeah. But the big thing is when that first wave comes, along with the lightning bolt, we need to be sure that we're in a safe spot. All of us.
Okay.
That's what he said he was doing. And it'll stun the creature long enough to where I think you can do what it was with the you-know-what to get it.
Sounds good. Should we position the beach ball light on the ocean, on the beach, or in the sky?
Well, considering that there are glyphs that have become shadow, it's kind of a either or. Shadow crabs from below, glyphs from the sky.
Sounds like fun.
Is everyone ready?
Reasonably. I'm going to do something a little different now. I'm going to take out the sword, and I'm going to bury it just slightly in the sand.
Okay.
Magically, of course.
Who has the beach ball of light?
I do. I place it on the beach.
Excellent. Make sure all players can use it.
I'm on the surfboard right about now. Go hit the
Is
waves.
anybody doing any other preparations?
I take out my ice bow and get ready for that. Arm
Let's
that.
still know that.
What
Okay.
other weird things do I have?
I think
So-
what
I, as the
will
DM,
do-
out of character. This is out of character and out of game. This is a boss fight, and I want you guys to be aware of that. This is arm bar. What the dice roll is what the dice roll. This isn't like the grubber fight where you guys will get captured. I'm going to attempt to kill you guys. I'm going to
thank
attempt
you.
to kill you guys fairly, right? I wish you guys the best of luck. You guys have abilities and things that are in your inventory. You need to recognize those things and use them appropriately. If you do not do so, then shucky darn.
I don't know.
I will
We're
start
all
by being
huge.
at least in the air.
I want you guys to recognize this, that good luck. Okay?
Thank you.
Good
Okay,
luck.
last lie.
Everyone begin rolling initiative as the water begins to recede.
An initiative is a body roll, right?
That is correct.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. He starts at 0. Jen, what'd you roll? 17. Nice. Summer Breeze, 9. Dust Hoof, 16. Solid rolls, guys. Solid rolls. Good start. The water begins to recede back as darkness falls upon the stormy weather. You see it. The wave just falling back. All the marine life, all the seaweeds that was close to the beach becomes nothing but barren beach as the water just rolls back. What do you do?
So this
Are
is
we
the
going by?
wave.
We're still going by the initiative order, right?
That is correct. It is at 0.
This is probably the big wave that Storm warned him about.
Actually, will be 1
Is it
on the same turn.
possible to hold things you want to do, like hold
I got
actions?
2.
in this game, or?
It is, yes. What you do is you say, I am holding my action for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Because, well, I can ask a person a question. Like a quick question,
easily.
right?
Easily, yeah.
Okay.
So currently you see nothing but wide open beach. You see some fish that did not get out in time, struggling to breathe air as the wave or the water recedes.
I think what Gen will do is offer to hold their action to try to, in a sense, grab either Summer Breeze or Dusttooth, whichever, who would ever want it, to try to get them above the wave when it comes, because it looks like this is probably like a very high, very likely to grab you and then suck you into the ocean type wave, and he would rather them like be on ground and not in the water.
Excellent. Dusttooth, it is your turn.
Those cliffs south of us, are those climbable?
They are indeed, yes.
Okay, is it possible to reach those, what could be considered safe distance from this tidal wave?
Indeed, yes. The cliffs are probably the only safe place should a wave come crashing in.
All right. Tapping at Summer Breeze's back and to the cliffs.
Go ahead and move yourself.
Do I need to roll body checks to make a climb check, or?
No, you don't have to. Summer Breeze, it is your turn.
Okay.
I will say
Well, we
that
can't really
Gen has
see any.
offered to hold an action to help you get up there if you want.
I appreciate it, but I don't want to overburden you. I do not know how much you can carry.
Summer Breeze, it is your turn.
Yeah. I have no idea. There's
The water recedes.
nothing going. Can we see anything behind the receding water?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, how fast is the water receding?
Really super fast.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go run up the stairs there.
Excellent. You go ahead and position yourself.
And I'm gonna make sure the sword is with me.
Sky begins to fly. In preparation of what is to come. Hoof and Mouth, what do you do?
I grab the beach ball light and fly up into the sky.
You are currently flying.
And am I able to activate the beach ball light, or is that next turn?
Movement is free. Activation, you have to do something in order to activate it.
I would like to sing to activate the beach ball light.
Excellent. Are you singing or doing the DC?
Do I need to sing?
Yep. You have to either sing it or do the DC.
Sing it.
Beach ball light. Turn it on right now, please.
Well,
That's not a song. That's not a song at all. That does not turn on the beach ball light.
Okay, fine. I suck at singing.
Yeah.
If you want to destroy my sweater, pull the string as I walk away. Does that work?
It does.
Okay.
The beach ball ignites.
Yay.
30 feet.
you can see what you're doing.
Yay.
Excellent. The wave. It is coming in. You have one turn before it smashes in. Storm is still gathering storm clouds. Jen, it is your turn.
It's time to fly up.
You are flying.
And I'll probably stay where I'm at.
Okay. Dusttooth, it is your turn.
Gaining on the high ground, preparing to.
Yeah, you just have to be on the cliffs. Just to be clear, you just have to be on the cliffs.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, observe the situation.
Excellent. Summer Breeze, you are still on the beach.
I'm going to go up in whatever
Okay.
direction I can.
Where would you like to be? Yeah, you'd like to be
I
on
don't
the cliffs?
Cliffs, the stairs, the whatever.
Okay,
just
excellent.
not on the beach.
Okay,
Not in
excellent.
front of the wave.
Sky Stars continues to fly. Hoof and Mouth, it is your turn.
I would like to use the pony sense, please.
Yes. Roll it.
Rolling.
Roll it. You're fine. You're safe. Anything else?
Oh my gosh. No, I'm good.
This is when the wave crashes. And because of your overconfidence, poor Hoof and Mouth, you rolled a natural 1. You get caught up in the wave. Roll me a DC. 15 body check. As the wave crashes against the... I think it hits the wave, right? And then sprays up. You are no longer flying, and you are now on the ground.
I'm down.
Roll me a body check. See you not get swept out to sea.
No.
Now it's against
roll
its
a
strength.
talon as I try to grab onto something?
You may attempt. Yep, as the check. All right. Tell me what you grab onto, and the wave begins to recede back.
Hoofmask struggles to grab onto anything and finally crashes onto a tree that has been really dug into the dirt beach and grabs on for their life.
Excellent. Everyone roll me mind, as this is a new round. Thunderstorm continues to gain energy. Well, that makes sense. Mouth is totally in a tree, so that makes sense. Summer Breeze, Dust Hoof, you see what appears to be 4 or 5 flying creatures approaching you above the waves.
All right, target acquired.
Oh, we're on the wrong layer. There we go. Copy. And paste. And paste. There we go. It appears to be some sort of shadowy hippogriffs flying in the air.
Well, okay then.
Okay, let's start at 2.
How close are they?
They just arrived on the scene.
I'm just trying to get an ETA. I mean, how fast are they approaching?
Fast.
Okay.
Top of the round. Jen, it is your turn. These griffs seem to be coming out of the sea itself and approaching with all speed. What do you do, Jen, as they approach?
And does Hoofmouth still have the beach ball of light?
Oh my gosh. Yes, she rolled a natural 20. She kept all of her
Okay,
belongings. Yep.
Okay.
She still has the beach ball of light.
Great.
I wanted to be sure of that. I'm gonna move it down there. Let's see. I think Gin is gonna stay sort of on the rim of the beach ball of light.
Okay.
And I will opt to hold another action to swipe at the first shadowy hippogriff and try to drag it into the light
Excellent.
once it approaches.
Dustuff, it is your turn.
Does it look like the water would form another tidal wave?
Oh, yes. This water is so choppy, it is impossible to probably sail a boat through. It's almost
Okay,
like it's an environmental condition.
Okay, in that case, I shall stay put and see if I have anything in my inventory that I could make good use of. Nothing right now.
Okay. What do you do?
I'll take out my 3-foot pole and I'll attach rope. I got 50 foot of hemp rope. I'll tie it to the pole in case I need to fish someone out of the waves.
You prepare a pole with rope attached to it.
Yeah.
Summer Breeze, it is your turn. What do you do?
All right. Well, going to get more information on the oncoming dark hippogriffs and see if I can determine whether or not they have a stone lodged in there, much the same as the Kieran did.
Roll me a mind. As you're trying to identify these creatures.
Mm-hmm.
These look like normal hippogriffs. It looks like the queen sent reinforcements for you.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
I mean, yeah, that's what you think. Sky's star continues to fly. Shadowgriffs begin attacking the nearest. Jen, your action goes off.
Alright, give me a second to... I tried to make macros so roll at the same time, but it didn't, so...
Okay.
It's a big oof moment.
Are you charming them
Ignore
or
the
fighting
charm.
them?
No, ignore it.
All right.
Ignore that.
Yeah.
I got an iPad and I'm trying to learn how to maneuver it.
Okay.
It's a lot easier than a phone screen, I can say that.
Well, I will get their attacks ready.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
And
4,
here's
5, 6.
the body and the talons.
Yep, you get talons.
Did it go?
Talons
It
did
did not. Did it?
You still need talons.
There it is.
Excellent.
The talons just did. Body did not.
You strike one of
Oh,
them,
it did.
dealing
Did.
17 points of stamina damage. Roll me a die 4.
Okay. Let me do that. Please go.
It goes
There we go.
through. Tell me how you slam into this creature, nearly knocking it unconscious as you do so.
Oh, wow.
It's not unconscious, but nearly.
Yeah, so Gideon was kind of waiting
Uh-huh.
a little bit higher up than normal. And then when the griff came down, basically they were waiting to sort of fly down and sort of slam into them and get back on their level. Just using momentum to knock the crap out of them.
Excellent. Now you have to defend against their attacks. Roll me a body as you are trying to defend. You have to beat a 11. 11 points to get through. You do not defend yourself, and one of their cruel claws scratches you. Princess Sky Shadow defends herself. Huffenmouth, it is your turn.
Well done, Princess.
I use my crafting kit to secure the beach ball light to the tree in which I am at.
Excellent. The
And
beach ball is
then-
secured to the tree.
Thank you. And then I fly into the air.
Excellent. Action and movement.
Cool.
Now you are back in the air again.
Yay.
Where's the wings? There it is. There we go. There we go. And beach ball, go back right there.
Sorry. Okay, Discord's back. How much damage?
11.
Does is thick hide applied to that?
It is. This is physical claw attacks from the
Okay.
hippogriffs.
So is that the number already applied, or?
No, that is the... I'm
Okay.
just going to tell you the pure amount of damage, and then you negate what you have on you.
Thank
so 11
you.
points got through, yeah.
I prefer it done that way, other than
Yeah.
like people already doing it, because it makes it confusing.
Right, I just tell you this is how much damage is done to you. I've got
Thank you.
other things I have to worry about besides how much armor and crap you guys wear. Thunderstorm is continuing to charge. The wave once again crashes against the shoreline. Is anybody there? No. Nobody's currently there. Jen, it is your turn.
All right. So now that I have a good look at these guys, since they're up close,
Oh, yeah.
Do
They
they
appear
have-
to be shadowy hippogriffs.
I am going to, I guess, grab the one that's technically right above them on the map,
Yep.
and I'm going to try to drag them into the light and see what that does.
Okay. So first I need a grab check as it defends itself. You grab it,
Yes.
and then you're moving it.
Yes.
Where
wow,
are
I
you
didn't
moving?
even need to roll talents. Back in... No, not that far. My bad.
Oh.
Right there. Perfect.
It screeches and squirms as the light pierces its eyes, but it's clearly like a oily, thick, pitch black creature. It's as if it had almost been dipped in oil, right?
Sexy.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Dusthuff, it is your turn. What do you do, Dusthuff? Did he disappear?
Uh,
He said that he'd be back earlier, but I thought we would just...
he's not. He's still on Discord and in the game, but I'm not sure.
I don't see him. Okay, we'll come back to him. Summer Breeze, it is your turn.
All right. So the wave came and went, and we still have griffins down there. So I'm going to go greet our friends that were sent by the Queen.
Yeah. But they're clearly attacking your allies. You're like, wait a second. I'm pretty sure that the Queen wouldn't order that.
Wait, that's weird.
Gee, yeah.
And in the light, you can clearly see their black, liquidy form that you've seen on previous shadowy creatures.
Very good. So, looking around their necks, then, can we see if there is a gem or similar object?
Go ahead and roll me a perception.
We can get to a little bit better angle here.
Yep. Roll me a mind.
Oh, come on.
With the light and the water spraying in your face, it's very difficult to see in the darkness, right?
Yeah.
It's just not helping you, man. It's just not helping you. Anything else, Summer?
I'll head back up here in case we get hit by another wave in the next turn.
Okay. Princess attacks back. They defend. She does 6 points of damage to one of them.
Nice.
Clearly, she can defend herself.
Nice.
The Shadowgriffs attack back. They move into the light, almost driven by some form of insanity. 3 attacks on you, Jin. 1, 2, 3. You have to beat a 9. Oh, wait. Yep, you have to beat a 9. Then 2 attacks on... You easily defend yourself. Ooh, that's crit. Okay, didn't go through. And Princess takes 10 points of stamina damage as one of the griffs slam into her, piercing her defenses.
Oh.
Yep. Hoof and Mouth, it is your turn.
Mouth is fine. I would like to use their bow and arrow to attack. Please do it. There we go.
Excellent.
That guy.
Go ahead. Roll to attack.
Special skill archer.
Oof. It defends. Haha, it hits.
Yay.
Roll me a d4, and I need to roll body. Oh, wow, okay. It does 6 points. Okay. 14. And it fails its body check. It is frozen.
Yay.
All right. It is entangled and falls from the sky. Thunder is still gathering the clouds, the waves. From out of the murky depths, enemy reinforcements appear.
No.
These shadowy, formless beings of multiple creatures combined
Captain Planet.
begin to crawl upon the beach. You guys did not see them, unfortunately, as they were making their way towards you.
Oh.
Oh. There we go. They arrive. That is their action. And what is theirs? Okay, 1d10. Okay, an 8. Descending. That's the end of their turn. Jen, it is your turn. Once again, top of the round. Also, Dust, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You have 2 actions. We've went through it 2 times.
What?
I will let Dust do their stuff before I do anything.
Actually,
Tom
you do
over here.
first. I feel kind of like a fish out of water here. No wings.
There's more than wings you can do here. You notice these giant crab creatures beginning to crawl up upon the shore.
Yeah, I saw those big uglies.
Oh dear.
But because she is before me in initiative order, why don't you take Gin first?
Okay.
right.
Jen, you're up.
And we
You
can
can do
do like
3 actions.
We can do non-lethal in this game, right? Too. Just knock
It's
them
all
out.
considered
'Cause I
non-lethal
remember
until you.
Vulcan would remember them. Oh,
It's
okay.
all considered non-lethal, right? It's all like, I knock them out, I drop them, and then they pass out. Technically,
Okay.
nobody dies in these games. Technically,
Okay.
doesn't mean that you're safe.
No. I was just wondering about that because, again, would remember that these are, like, people who the hippogriffs knew. I don't want to kill them.
Right.
So, Gin is gonna try to, smack that one again.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll to hit. It defends itself. It does not. Tell me how you knock this. Oh, wait. Roll a die for it. Okay. It goes through. Tell me how you knock this creature unconscious.
So they've already dragged it into the light, and they see it screeching, and they just feel really, really bad for it, especially because it's like oily and gross.
Oh, yeah.
So they
It's
do
covered
it.
in seaweed and moss and crap. Yep.
They do it a solid mercy and just like reach one of their probably like right talon back and just smack the crap out of it.
It tumbles down into the turbulent sea below. Anything else?
Or could I try to grab it to be sure it doesn't fall?
Your action was to smack it,
Okay, I just wanted to ask.
not to grab it.
Yeah.
If you grabbed it and then smacked it, then I'd say yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's something you could do.
It tumbles down into the sea.
Cool. Well, I'm going to move my focus to these dudes, and that's it.
Excellent. You've done an action. You can still move. I think I'll
could stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dust, you have 3 actions now.
Let's move over. Is it? Do I need to roll anything to climb down the cliff and
No.
charge into the fray?
Just know that water is going to be hitting you here real soon.
Okay.
Movement is free in this game. Movement is free, remember. And it'd be unfair for me to make the cliffs always a challenge. Yep.
Well, in that case, cancel that. I call out to the princess and Jin. Get them over here. We don't need to fight on their terms.
Roll me charm. As you're trying to convince Princess Sky Shadow, or Sky Shadow, too many damage. Princess Sky Star to come back to you.
A member of the royalty of Equestria.
She calls back to you and says, "It is my duty to defend my people. I will fight and die here if I must."
Well, she's got the right idea, wrong application.
No, don't do that there. Just don't do it there. Anything else? That was 1 action. She seems convinced. This is before she got hurt, by the way. This is before she got hurt. She got walloped pretty good there.
Yeah. Points in a turn.
You've got 2 more actions. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm aware. I'll throw my I'll throw my staff at one of those big uglies directly north of Dusthoof.
Talking about the shadow crabs?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Assume you're using your 10-foot pole or whatever?
Yeah, 3-foot pole with a 50-foot rope attached to it.
Okay. It'd be just a body check, I guess. I don't think you're proficient in, I don't know, rope beatings. I don't know what that'd be. I know what your intention is. Tell me how you damage this creature. And roll me a die 4. It goes through.
Dusthoof throws it like a javelin and then yanks slightly at the rope to create a swirling motion, kind of like you would throw an atlatl, an ancient hunting device.
And then one more action.
With that action, he pulls on the rope to retrieve the staff. And once again implores the princess to fall back to the cliffs.
Roll me a charm once again. This time she gets hit.
Your Highness, we stand better chance on the cliffs. Oh dear.
I'm no coward. She seems to get pumped up, more angry that the creature would dare strike her royalness.
I'm using 1 token of friendship.
To reroll? Okay.
Yes, to reroll because I will be needing those tokens for another purpose.
Okay.
So
reroll. Gotta beat that 3. That'll do it. On her turn, she nods in agreement. She's like, "Yes, I must fall back." Anything else?
That's all.
Summer Breeze, it is your turn.
All right. Well, let's see. We've got some space here.
Not for much longer.
No, not for much longer, I imagine. That doesn't. There's another one of those things coming in over there, so. Yeah. Well, guess it's time to go ahead and near a cop here.
All right.
Really, we
See
need to
that
deal with
rage.
these.
DC is 5. Yep. Let's see that rage.
Okay. Never been entirely clear on that.
See that right? Yep, you easily pass that. All your fire damage does 1 die higher.
Very good.
Yep.
And we're going to go ahead and target the nearest hippogriff there. Well, not hippogriff. The really big thing. I don't even know what it is.
The crab shadows. They look like a combination of like crabs and sea creatures all gathered into one massive oily junk. They seem to be like crawling up on the shoreline.
Yeah, the Eldritch Abomination.
Yeah.
Whatever the seafood special of the day is.
Yeah. None of these creatures look alike, by the way. None of these individuals look alike. They're made up of different sea creatures.
Okay, yes, the amalgam against you, all things pony here. So we're going to throw a fireball at it.
Excellent.
See how this
Which one are you
works out.
targeting?
Nearest one.
Okay.
Immediately lit up by the beach ball.
Roll it.
Will do.
Oh, well, there you go. Tell me how you destroy this creature.
Well, gathering all of the flame from my anger, frustration, rage, and simple annoyance that this thing exists on the beach. We're going to channel it through into one piercing bolt of flame that will fly right through it, vaporizing its central core, and all the little pieces and bits of other creatures fall around it.
You pierce its blackened flesh. It falls apart, right, into the sea creatures around you. However, they continue to flap and squirm on the beach, waiting for the waves' embrace. The crab creatures come running at you. Hufflemouse flying, so we can't get to you. One on you, Summer Breeze.
Jeez.
2 on you, Dust. Jesus, okay. Gotta be a 3, Dust. Gotta be a 5.
I should be used to this by now.
You would think.
There it goes.
Alright, so defend yourself. You only needed to roll 1, and that was the 14. You easily defend yourself. Dust needs to roll to defend himself against the 3. He's got 2 on him. Dust, are you there? Okay, I guess he's somewhere else. Princess Sky, she falls back. She's still flying, but she falls back to a defensive position. Hufflemouse, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to again shoot my arrow at Sky.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Okay. Fire away. It's a 10. Needs to defend itself. Fails. Roll me a die 4. Turns into a block of ice.
Yeah.
Falls into the sea. Okay, let's see here. 8. 12. That one's trapped as well. Shadow Griffs. They attempt to break free. Both of them break free. Unfortunately, they're on the beach. But they can fly up, so that's movement. And then one's still free. What's nearest? That'd be you, Jen. You're nearest. Attacking you. 2 attacks. You gotta beat a 4. Oh, wait. Oh, gotta be a 7. I got talons, forget that. You easily defend yourself. Continues to gather the storm. Reinforcements arrive. Wave crashes. New reinforcements arrive. Off in the distance. Top of the round. Jen, it is your turn.
I will guess grab that one and slash at it. To be sure, I
Excellent.
grab it first.
Okay, you attempt to grab it. You easily obtain this creature. What do you do with it now? You can either move with it. What are you doing? So you're in midair, right? Fighting with this shadowy being. And you latch onto it. You can now drag it to where you want to. If you like to. You don't have to, but you currently have it obtained.
I have dinner.
Yep. Digits, man. Digits are amazing.
Man, who knew fingers were handy in a world full of hooves?
Fingers! Yeah, I know, right?
So if I flew, like, right here, I would be over that
would drag
thing,
it.
right?
Yep, you would drag it over it.
Yeah.
You can actually position this creature wherever you want around you.
Yeah, right there, where you have it.
Right here? Or right here?
No, at the top. The top.
Right there.
Like,
Okay.
directly above them. Yeah, perfect.
Dust Hoof. You have 2 turns, 2 rounds. What do you do, Dust?
Let's take a whack at the shadowy crab creature, unless I can spot a binding stone similar to the
You
ones
also
we
need
saw.
to defend yourself against a 7. Because there was 2 attacks on you. So defend yourself and, yep.
Here is the... can I use... magic resistance ought to apply, I guess?
These are like claws and talons and stuff like that. This would not be...
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, that's coming. You take 7 points of physical damage as they claw and pinch at you and beat you with their flippers.
7 points.
Yep.
Okay, that's not very likable, but I shall respond in kind to the one directly above Dust Hoof.
Excellent. Roll to attack. You get two actions. One for the last one and one for this one.
Sure. Here's the first one.
Defense does not defend. Takes roll a die 4. Okay, it goes through. It's still up.
And the second one is also aimed at the same target.
Excellent. 10. Defends itself. Okay, roll me a die 4. It goes through. Tell me how you wallop this creature.
Using the wooden staff, Dusthoof simply just decides that this creature must be whacked in order to pursue the real threat.
Excellent.
He simply swings horizontally towards its head.
Summer Breeze, it is your turn. These things are easy, right? Going down like a sack of potatoes. A bunch of easy stuff. Easy stuff.
Yeah, this is a great boss battle.
Yeah, it's like easy.
And when the wave comes in and they reform, we'll be very annoyed. So we're just going to take out the next one. Pretty much the same way as last time. Terribly novel there.
Oh, wow. Roll me a die 4. Knockout. Well, that's not a complete knockout.
None of them is D4 nonsense. Oh.
1. Oh.
Finally, not a 1.
Yep. You do a buttload of damage to this creature. It is barely on its last legs. Multiple legs, I guess. Multiple legs. It is the Shadow Crab's turn. 1 attack on you, Summer Breeze, a 7, and then 1 attack on you, Dust, a 6. 7 and 6.
All right.
Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Excellent. Princess Skystar says, "What do you need help with? What can I do to help?"
Attack the flying griffins, but do no permanent harm.
She moves to help attack the creature that is currently grappled. She moves to attack. Got to be a 10. It doesn't. It takes 10 points of damage. With a mighty slash, she gets the Shadow Griff that is currently held by Jen. Huff and Mouth, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to attack this one right here
Okay, go ahead.
with my archery once again.
Defends. Tell me what your intention is here.
Intention is to try to break the crystal on it, so to free it from the darkness control.
Excellent. Roll a natural 1. You hit it. That's a crit. Yes. Let's see here. It's flying, right? So it becomes a griffin. You hit what appears to be like a piece of stone embedded within its flesh. It falls unconscious as you drop it, and then it needs to roll a body check and becomes a block of ice. Unconscious and a block of ice.
Oh, crap.
It crashes.
Griffin, you fool.
Below. It's the Shadow Griff's turn. They charge at the nearest enemy. Including you, Huff and Mouth. So one on Sky Star. 1, 2. She defends. Oof. She takes out another wallop. Another wallop like that, she'll go down. She is hurting bad. Really, really bad.
Princess.
2 attacks on you, Jen. 1, 2. You have to beat a 5. And then Huff and Mouth.
I do not. I think it's a 2. Oh, wait, I can use a token of friendship. Let me do that.
You can. Yes, you may. It's a reroll. You defend yourself. Huff and Mouth, you have to defend yourself against a 10. Take 10 points of damage as one of the talons gets through your defenses. Continues to power up. That's when suddenly the waves stop.
Uh-oh.
From out of the murky depths, a serpent of great power appears.
And gives everyone gifts.
Oh.
No, not exactly. I can now remove. No, the waves still stay, and then that stays, and then roll 3d20. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Prel.
Add turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
14.
That's not good.
Before you, out of the depths, you see what appears to be like just a long worm just breaching out of the water and come crashing back down. In this strange otherworldly voice, it says, Yomanganda. It arrives. It speaks. Although nobody understands its language. Descending, top of the round, creatures are up. This creature is now alone, and with it comes reinforcements. I forgot to bring the Shadow Griffs up. Yep, those guys are still moving up. I forgot to move those. Sorry, guys. I'm not doing my minions justice. Jen, it is your turn.
Worst game master ever.
Sorry, there's just so many on the board. I'm just so sorry.
So
14 edition.
Gin just watched Hoof and Mouth like snipe the crystal embedded in.
Yes.
My God.
It shatters upon its breast, and it comes tumbling down into the water, right? But is quickly swept away by the ocean.
Throws a griff, drown a griff. Oh boy.
Oh, is it dead? Oh,
You don't know. You don't see it currently. It's likely under the waves right now. Don't forget the wave has its own turn.
For... It doesn't have the best sympathy for others, like other griffs, mostly because of how they were done. So I think they're gonna keep smacking the one.
Excellent.
They still have it grappled, right?
Oh yeah, they're still grappled.
Okay, yeah, so we're gonna try to smack it.
Smack it.
I wanted to go in like a
It's some
Princess
flowers.
Uh,
I don't know if the flower roll came through.
With your two combined forces, right? With Princess Skystar and your force, together you guys knock this creature unconscious.
And I have movement, so just gonna kind of toss it here, I guess.
Yes. You toss it. It's just an unconscious black griff. So I'll mark it as unconscious.
Okay. And they see the big old serpent come out, so they're just hoping that Storm does their thing as they sort of stay where they're at. They're gonna try to, I guess, hold the line the best that they can.
Excellent. Dusthoff, it is your turn.
That's what I wanted to do.
Well, let's do what we do best and whack that crab creature.
Do it. Do it. Defends
Do it.
itself. Roll me a die 4. It goes through. This is a healthy one. It takes 7 points of stamina damage. This is when the creature speaks once again. Kamistor Valki. It just like rises out of the waves and like comes back down. And it moves towards the nearest. Which would be you, Jen. And that's when it begins to beat the crap out of you. It bites you twice and slams you once with its tail. 1, 2, 3. You have to beat a 13. It tries to eat you, right? Gobble you up. But you're in the air fast enough, right? And it clearly misses. Summer Breeze, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, how many ads can we take out?
That's a good question.
So, yeah, if I move to about right here
Yes.
and fire in a straight line, I get strike through.
For what?
Well, if I destroy the things next to me,
Are you talking about this thing
Maybe
right here, the
damage.
crab?
yeah.
Are you trying to hit the Shadow Griff? It is currently flying, so it's up in the air.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can
So
hit both.
consider like all the griffins are flying, unless knocked unconscious or have the rope tag around them, the net tag, then they're down on the ground.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Good to
Or
know.
grappled. Yep.
Well, then
So
we
most
probably
of them
can't
are flying.
easily hit multiple enemies anyway.
Okay. What do?
so tempting just to give him a nice big fiery hug.
Something you could totally do.
I could. I just don't think it'll go well.
For you or it?
Either, really.
Okay, all right.
A lot of mutual damage going on here. So I guess we'll finish this one off. I'm going to have to ponder on how I can hit multiple targets for next turn.
Okay.
So we're at a point where that's the only...
Okay, you're targeting that?
Yeah.
13 goes through. Tell me how you vanquish this creature. It only had 1 HP left. But you destroy it.
Woohoo!
Well, that's part of the reason I wanted to hit multiples. I was like, dang it, this is going to have to waste a lot of damage on this thing.
You did a lot of damage to it, yeah.
Oh, well.
With that 19, you almost knocked it out, yeah.
Yeah, if I just got a 20. So close.
Hey, you've got tokens of friendship. You can always reroll.
True. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. There are much more serious issues coming, I'm sure. Especially since we need to figure out how to hurt the big worm thing. Jormungandr over there. So yeah. Anyway, it gets torn apart through fiery targeting, specifically picking on the weak points at which the creatures are attached in a very strange fashion.
Are you done?
Well, can I attack again, or?
No, you can move.
Well, okay. Maybe I'll move over here then and make it hard for them to get to me.
Well, I mean, do what you want to do, but they're definitely moving.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
The crabs begin to advance on the creatures that they can get to, of course. 2 attacks on you. 1, 2, 9. Summer Breeze, you have to beat a 9. And then 3 attacks on poor Dust. Oof. You have to be a 10, Dust.
Yeah.
9 and 10.
That's about...
Easily defend yourself. Princess, what is she doing? She is currently engaged with another Shadowgriff. She attacks. And then that's an upgrade. Oop, that's an upgrade. There we go. That's 10 points. This creature's almost unconscious. Hoof and Mouth, it is your turn. Things are getting pretty dicey here as the creatures begin swarming you. Once it's the Griffin's turn, it's going to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
I would can I dive into the ocean to rescue the griffin that I fell?
You may. Is that something that you wish to do?
Would it split the party?
No. You're still on the same map. Are you diving into the water? The choppy, dangerous water?
No, I'm not.
Do it.
I mean,
I want to.
you've got tokens of friendship.
I have tokens
Sounds
of
like a
friendship.
damn good way to get one.
Yeah.
These
I
are your
would like
people.
to save the griffin from the water.
You stop flying and dive into the depths, disengaging the current combat that you are in. You dive into the depths, and that's when you see many, many more crabs.
Oh, poopies.
Roll me a mind as you're looking for a certain griffin that, certain hippogriff that fell unconscious. In the murky depths, you do not see anything.
Okay.
Are you re-rolling?
No, I thought I had spent 3 tokens to save him.
Oh, you're spending 3 tokens to save? Okay, that's
Yes.
cool. Awesome. Okay. You spend 3 tokens, you automatically succeed. You dive into the depths and grab him. You are currently underwater, however.
Okay.
That is your current position. So your movement was to dive underwater. Your action was to save him. You automatically succeed. Excellent. Shadow Gryphs. Up in the sky. Like what would it be? Like a flock of
A murder of crows
a
descending
murder of crows,
like
yeah.
vultures.
Yeah, they have
Descend upon you.
oh my word.
Okay, so the first one we're going to go after is poor Skystar.
Princess is down. Princess is
3,
down.
4,
No, not the
5,
princess.
6. She defends herself. She goes down.
Yep.
Bye-bye, princess.
She collapses, but she's currently safe. She is on the beach. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You have to be a 9, Jen. Oh, natural 20. So we have all these griffins, right? All these hippogriffs descend upon you. And yet you just tell me what happens as you part
you know,
the
Do you know the one GIF from Pokemon Origins where Charizard goes to punch Blastoise? It's all epic. And then once it settles, Blastoise is giving him this look like, boy, it didn't do anything.
What?
Yeah.
That's basically how Gin shrugs off most of these.
Get a fervent, yeah. They're just rah, 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 just swarming over you, and they're just, nope, doesn't do nothing. Nice try, guys. Nice try.
That's cute.
So, who's in the water? Huff and Mouth, I need you to roll me a body check, as though we'll get tossed and turned by the waves.
Oh, yay.
Oh, God.
Oh, bad day.
It's going to hurt.
Yeah.
You also receive 1 token of friendship for doing this.
Yay.
So, tell me how you get bashed against the rocks.
Mouth finds the griffin that they fell and grabs them, struggling to reach the shore. And as they do, a wave comes in and just pounds their body against the side of the rocks.
Take 19 points of stamina damage as you are bashed about.
Oh my word.
I is dead.
Are you unconscious?
I am conscious.
That's not good. Because things get even worse as Storm unleashes his lightning upon the area. Targeting the center creature. Lightning, as we all know, is unpredictable. And it rolls a die 6 of random direction. So, first things first, he's been charging up for a while. Oh, what is it? Where's his stats? 2d20. It's 2d20. How many lightning bolts is there? Jesus. There's 4 lightning bolts. And centered on the serpent. And it's a die 6 off. So first one is 4 off. Hits the serpent. Hits the serpent. Goes outside. Hits the serpent. 3 of them hit the serpent.
But does it hit the serpent?
That's the 6. 1, 2.
Yes, but does it hurt the serpent? That's the real question.
So, Jen, you're the only one in danger. I have to roll a die 8. If it gets a 8, you are boned. Jesus Christ.
You know how our battles go. Come on.
Okay, so first things first, the lightning hits the serpent. It does no damage, but it is currently stunned and currently stunned. It's not unconscious. The bad thing is, Jen, this could be really bad for you. Do you have any lightning resistance?
Nope. My only resistance is physical damage.
Okay. So this is an attack by him. Let me see the stats of him. Okay. It's shock.
And awe.
Yep. There it is.
Oof.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right. Wow, you're super duper good. Okay, roll to defend yourself. Jin, you have to beat a 12.
And depending on how this goes, I will use a token of friendship.
Super good. I rolled super low. Oh my god. Oh my
Hang on,
god.
did it go? Hang on. I don't think it went. Did it go?
Oh.
That token.
I'm using a token of friendship.
Okay, all right. Are you re-rolling?
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so this is the scene.
Yeah.
We get this huge lightning storm. He maxes out, right? Just and it all falls upon the shadow serpent, except for one.
Oh wait, I have one more I can use. One more. I will try it. Damn it.
What do you mean? One more?
just spent 3 tokens of friendship. Each
Right,
one
you can't do that.
You can only reroll.
Yeah, you can only reroll once, and you have to declare on what
Okay.
your intention is. So you can either do one or two things, right? You can either do a reroll, which only costs 1. You can upgrade your dice, which costs 2, and then you can do a third option, which is I automatically succeed. So those are your 3 options.
I would
Third
take
option
option
is to
3.
automatically succeed?
Yeah.
Well,
Is that
yes,
something
then
that
yes.
you want
It's
to do?
expensive, but
Yes, I will.
Is that something that you want to do? So
Yes.
just because you weren't clear on the rules, I'm going to let this slide. But next time, once you declare, like I'm only using 1 token of friendship, right? That's what happens. Okay?
I did not know that that's how that worked.
All right. Yeah, you don't get to
Genuinely.
stack. Like, no, I keep rolling. No, that's not how that works. It's only 1 reroll, or automatically success, or automatically upgrade. There's more things that you can do, but those
Okay.
are, and it's only 1 thing. It's only 1 thing that you can do.
Okay. Like I said, I genuinely did not know that.
Okay, all right. By the way, I have obtained 2 tokens of darkness.
jeez. And you still haven't spent any, have you?
I've spent 1. Okay. And that's the end of this episode.
Oh, no.
Everybody say goodbye to the audience as we have
Oh,
a
no.
cliffhanger.
Welcome to the
Audience.
Oh
Jeez.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
or just the cliff in this case.
Just a big old cliff. All right. We'll see you folks in the next episode.
Bye-bye.